I know that, but, listen, as a district attorney, what do you think he's liable to ask me?
Well, that depends upon what they already know.
I guess I could always plead the fifth.
Well, as DA, that would make me very, very suspicious. Of course, I already know that you had an affair with the defendant. You don't suppose Danny shared that information with anybody, do you?
No. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Well, even if he did, it doesn't prove anything. Unless, of course, you two were involved in something else.
Sydney, it's me.
I'm going to have to go, but I'll call you as soon as I get out of the hearing tomorrow, Jack, and, thanks.
Hey, I left my house keys here. Oh, here they are. I was hailing a cab and I just realised that...
Richard, please, sit down. There's something I'd like to tell you.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Walked out of the room. That's
Non-traditional.
like your therapy.
Kindercare, a brain vacation.
I hope it's as good for you as it was for me.
Oh, save your strength. You're gonna need it.
Not that it will last very long.
What is this?
Medical research.
It's kind of a clinical trial.
Yours.
So go ahead, breathe deep, relax, release all the stress. You won't feel a thing until we want you to.
Pharmaceuticals are amazing, aren't they? We could knock you out until you're a wizened old man.
Oh, well, then he'd miss all the fun.
And so would we.
Get these maniacs away from me.
Do you mean my assistant? Well, my goodness, Jonathan, you don't expect me to complete my project without their help.
Project?
Oh, yes. A great advance for humankind. Purging the medical profession of you.
Erica, please, listen.
Oh, Jonathan, you're very clever, but you're not nearly as clever as you think you are. And this time you set your sights a little too high. It's not smart to cross Erica Kane.
I have no idea what they told you.
Well, why don't you just let your imagination run free?
Janet Green, she's a known sociopath. You can't possibly believe her.
And this strange woman who you've never laid eyes on in your life.
They're stark staring mad.
And capable of anything. You altered my brain chemistry. I'm homicidal. Do you remember what happened to Dr. Frankenstein? That was light compared to what's in store for you.
Can't you see they're deranged?
Really? Both your wife and your secretary? My goodness, have you always had trouble with the women in your life?
How do you feel about your mother?
Was Rosemary her name by any chance?
Whatever they told you, don't believe it. Janet's psychotic. And Tony is not what she seems.
A few spouses are. Did you ever consider counseling? I mean, coma therapy is a little extreme. Divorce. There's a concept. Or bigamy. Was that the plan? I adore you, Erica. Let me take care of you, Erica.
I meant every word.
Was I slated to be simultaneous wife number 2?
Or do you have other wives in other attics?
Attached to other IVs.
My marriage was over before we met.
Oh, yes, my wife doesn't understand me. So I turned her brain to cottage cheese. And look how nicely she's rebounded.
It's hard to keep a good woman down.
It was a whirlwind courtship.
Never fall for a rush.
I ignored the warning signs. Tony is a paranoid schizophrenic.
And wasn't it cleverly disguised? I knew Tony before you did.
They can go years, and it was symptoms-free.
Oh, and suddenly burst into madness. My goodness, why didn't you share your tragedy with me?
Erica, you were suffering. I didn't want to add to that.
Isn't he sensitive?
And squeamish. So squeamish. He crossed the street to avoid a beggar in rags. He can't bear the stench of the great unwashed.
Well, maybe he'll be a little more tolerant once he begins to reek. That's right. We're going to keep you here till you mildew.
And then turn you out on the street.
Full of drugs and delusional.
Railing at passers-by.
I'm a doctor. Can you spare some change?
I'm a doctor. This bench is mine.
I'm a doctor. 3 witches stole my life.
I'm a doctor. Get me out of this straitjacket.
They are deranged. You do understand that.
Well, who could blame them? They've led such terrible lives.
Tony was beyond help. I took care of her.
And now she's going to take care of you.
Do you like this room? I hope so. You may be here for the rest of your life.
Or until you forget who you are, whichever comes first.
It'll get lonely, but we'll visit. You'll never go more than a week without a meal.
This is insanity. You know that.
You're right. He's absolutely right. I mean, 4 walls, a bed, climate control. We need something more dungeon-like. Much smaller, creepier, darker. Oh, I know just the spot.
Not the Merrick Mines.
Nobody goes there but rodents and night crawlers.
You'll feel right at home.
Erica, you can't be part of this.
No, just hold on because that's ridiculous. I mean, the Merrick Mines, so way out there in the woods? Oh, no. I don't have the time for that. Or the shoes, frankly. No, the Chandler tunnels are far more convenient. The Underground Railroad passage. Why didn't I think of that?
You know, they say they're haunted by the ghosts of murdered slaves.
That's just an old wives' tale. To explain the shrieking. Actually, it's just the bats. Ghosts and bats. You'll have company.
This won't work. People know me. I'll be missed.
Like I was?
How many patients do you have? What, 5, 6?
Well, I have friends.
In this galaxy?
Marianne called me. She expects to hear from me.
Well, then we'll just have to tell her the truth. You're all tied up.
You can't keep this going. You don't have the resources.
Excuse me? Hello? Resources?
Someone's going to put the pieces together.
Yes, but by then the pieces will be you. Adam Chandler's actually talking about renovation. I suspect he'll blow you out of the tunnel.
I guess if you survive the explosion, you can always say, "Hi, I'm your son-in-law."
I'm the one that abducted your daughter. Yes, so if Adam Chandler doesn't kill you on the spot, you'll spend the rest of your life in federal prison.
Erica, I trusted you. I took care of you.
Yeah, you tried to destroy me.
No, I made mistakes, yes, but I tried to correct them.
You're a monster! And I have the papers to prove it. Stewart's painting. Pine Valley, the landscape. That's where I put them.
He remembers.
He threatened my uncle. The papers. He made me tell him where they were. Well, where are they? They're on the desk. I'll get them. It's empty.
What?
He must have them.
Search it.
Get them off me.
You ever been strip searched?
Stop it.
Oh! Let me find those. Does this look familiar? Okay. Here we are. Dr. Kinder's Secrets. Better known as Jonathan's Swan Song.
I'm not allowed to come home?
Carlo.
So imagine how amazing a child we'll have.
What are you doing here? How did you get in? Nora Gannon. If you've come to see me, this is not a good time.
Well, it's never a good time to see you. I mean, because, you know, you're the mayor and you're so busy.